Hey everybody, Zach Bulls here. Happy to be joining you guys live. If you are watching this live or catching the replay, please feel free to say hi down in the comments below. Hey Andrew. Yeah, love interacting with you guys as I go through this process. Hey Ashley, hey cousin, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey Eric. So I want to share a story with you guys about something that happened to me today. Hey, Mark. Hey, Shane, there's my ex-boyfriend and my current boyfriend. They're both watching. I love it. Hey, Eric. Hey, Bernard. Good to see you, man. Hey, Aaron. Love you guys. Thanks for joining. Hey, Darren. Anyway, let's get started. So I was doing hot yoga this morning. I do like an hour and a half of hot yoga every Sunday. Sometimes I go early with Andrew. Sometimes I sleep in a little bit later and go to the later class. Hey, James. Hey, Mark. Hey, Bruce. And today, while I was doing hot yoga, I realized like how much better I've gotten at it over the last several months. I first began doing this practice with Andrew, I guess about 3 or 4 months ago. And wow, I've come such a long way. When I first started, I actually would get really frustrated during class. And we actually made a Facebook Live about how I literally wanted to push Andrew over while he was doing the poses that I wasn't able to do during class. And I know definitely some anger energy that I was feeling. But you know what? I snapped out of it real quick, and I kept going and I kept going, and I've gotten so much better because of my mindset. Our mindset has such a huge impact on our actions. And that's really the theme of what I want to talk to you guys about today. Because if I had viewed me sucking at yoga, because trust me guys, I really was no good at it at all. And if I just viewed it as, I suck at yoga, I'll never be good at it, what would have happened? I would have completely stopped going. I would have stopped trying, and I wouldn't be at the level that I'm at today. I viewed it as, me not being that great at it as an opportunity. Mark says, shame on you, Zach, did not push him. I didn't, Mark. I was only thinking about it. But it was seriously something I wanted to do, as I just kept falling over while he's doing all these poses so perfectly and gracefully. But I've also learned to stay in my own lane and focus on my progress and my improvement and not compare myself to someone who's at a different level, because Andrew was way far more advanced than me. That's another problem with comparing ourselves to other people. It really can only cause us harm and misery. Andrew says, yes, you kept at the yoga. And yeah, I'm so glad that I did. And I viewed it as an opportunity to get better. And it brings me to my point of comparing this to single gay men. And when I was single, I could definitely relate to this. So I know that this is true, how our mindset can influence everything about our actions. Because for a long time, when I got out of rehab and got out of jail and I had gained a bunch of weight and felt really unhappy and miserable, and I was dwelling in my own misery and really feeling sorry for myself, I took no active steps to meet people or to date people or to improve myself. And I literally was just stagnant and unhappy. I also was experiencing a lot of level 2 anger. I talk a lot about energy levels, by the way. But level 1 is victim, level 2 is anger. And those are the two really low negative energies. And I know for a fact when I was first getting out of rehab 5 years ago, I was wallowing in those two types of energy. Daniel says, your advice is so helpful. Thanks, man. Yeah, Christopher says, never compare yourself to others. Big time. And Matt McClendon says, opportunity. Right on, man. And after a while, I got out of my own pity party. I started shifting my energy upwards. And that's when I started making all of these positive changes. And it was just like a domino effect, because I got out of that low energy that was keeping me stagnant. It was literally holding me back from any type of progress or any type of opportunity that I eventually started shifting towards. And once I started viewing things as an opportunity, I started getting out there and meeting people and dating and practicing, my social skills and getting over things. I mean, I wasn't just a pro at it at first, but I started loving myself and started really getting to know who I was on the inside and realizing that, whoa, I don't suck at dating. I don't suck at life. I have so much to offer. And by the time I met Andrew 2.5 years ago, he met the person that I was then, which is, someone who was viewing the world as an opportunity. And if I had still been in that negative energy, that low victim anger state, I don't even know if I would have gone out of my way to try to meet him. And then I wouldn't be engaged to the man of my dreams today. But this is what happens with gay single men. If you allow yourself to wallow in that victim energy and feel sorry for yourself, you never try to get out of your comfort zone. You never try to meet people. You never try to practice, and sometimes you have to, slip a little bit to learn and grow, but you have to be willing to stretch outside of your comfort zone. A lot of other gay men view with an anger mentality, and they blame gay culture or obstacles for reasons why they're single. And you know what? Those gay men, those single gay men stay single because of their mindset. I'm not saying if you view opportunity, you're going to go meet Mr. Right like that, but you're going to be on the path to meeting someone. You'll be on the road to dating and to meeting people. And that's why Gabriel says, amen. Jeffrey says, hey, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew's watching from his office next door. But I just really wanted to talk about how, your mindset influences your actions. Like I said a moment ago, if I had been dwelling with how much I sucked at yoga, I wouldn't be really nailing it. I feel like I'm really getting it down, just like the way I was when I got out of my victim and anger energy and started viewing opportunities out there. And that's when I started volunteering and doing all these different things. And I knew somehow deep inside of me that I was going to meet someone. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. And as a certified professional coach, I help my clients get out of victim and anger energy, especially single gay men who are struggling with low self-esteem. Andrew and I, we work with gay men whose fears and self-doubts are sabotaging their love life. We help them have the best love life they could ever imagine. And if any of you, Eric says, I'd say that applies to gay and straight worlds. Oh, big time. This isn't just a thing that happens in the gay community. Victim energy and anger energy are not prejudice. They will, suck anybody down. And what I want all of you to know is you have the power to step out of that energy. We can't control our past. The past is the past, and it's already happened. But what you can do is choose how you want to show up today and tomorrow. And if you want to get out of that victim energy and get out of that anger, that's something that you absolutely can do. And hey, Dwayne. Hey, Carlos. Just want to check on some of these comments. Hey, Manuel. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Mike. So I really appreciate you guys joining. Yeah, if any of you have any comments of anything that I've said that stands out to you, please feel free to jot them down below. I'm getting better at watching the comments as I do this process. So just working on my training wheels. Like when I first started Facebook Lives, I felt really intimidated and I felt really nervous doing videos like this and putting myself out there, telling my stories. But if I would have continued to look at it like a victim and from anger, telling myself, this is hard, I'm no good at it, I wouldn't have kept trying, and I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today really confidently. Darren says, I call it the 2-year itch, not the 7-year itch. In my experience, everyone is looking for the new, now, and next. Yeah, that's interesting. I think that if you're talking about improving yourself and really growing, that's definitely the type of work and type of things that I'm talking about. Andrew says, yes, it is, Eric. Pretty much requirement for a happy life. Absolutely. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys today. If any of you feel like you may be stuck in victim or anger energy, which can creep up on all of us, it's that negative self-talk that tells us that we're not good enough and that we're not okay the way we are, and that we'll always be single and we'll always be lonely and we'll never find someone. It's so easy to fall into that rut. I know that I was stuck there for quite a while, probably a year or two after I got out of rehab. I was just in a really low, sad, unhappy place. But at least I knew what to expect, because I knew that it was comfortable. It was miserably comfortable, but you don't have to stay there. Hey, Michael. Hey, Alan. Hey, Al. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to encourage you to know that things can get better if you're willing and wanting to shift your mindset. And it's something that Andrew and I love helping gay men be able to do, because a lot of times we are standing in our own way of happiness and not even realizing it. Sometimes our mindset can be like a jail cell, and we're not even aware that we're locked away because we're not willing to step out of our comfort zone. Shane says, I think any negative experience has opportunity for growth within yourself, and that growth will be better to equip you for a new chapter. Exactly. So true, my man. I know that, you've got to break down to break through. And I know that I was at a place where I had hit rock bottom, and I knew that, I could continue down this sad, lonely, this meek path that I was on that was not serving me, or I could get out of my comfort zone and make some positive shifts and changes. And that's exactly what I chose to do. And that's why I have gone from miserable and sad and meek to happy and confident and thriving and in an amazing relationship, engaged to the man of my dreams, and so excited to be getting married this summer. And Julio says, I'm getting better with self-esteem issues by watching you both. Thanks, Julio. I'm glad that we've been able to have a positive impact. Sean says, everything is a process in motion, and patience is the key to success. This is something I try not to forget. Absolutely. There's no instant shifts you can make. You can't wake up tomorrow and just decide everything's going to be different. I'm going to have a completely new outlook on life, and no obstacles or speed bumps are going to get in my way. It's not how it works. It's about making baby steps to overcome the negative self-talk and the blocks and the stories that we've created that tell us that we're no good and tell us that we're going to be single forever. Over our lifetime, our experiences shape how we see ourselves. And although each and every one of you have all the answers within yourself, we have these walls that we've built up that control our thinking and keep us feeling stuck and keep us feeling like a victim and angry at society and blaming other people for our problems. But the good news is you have all the power in the world to shift out of that jail cell, to rise above that wall that you've built and break it down and meet people and get out of your comfort zone and start dating and find someone that you'd love to be with. And if you feel like this sounds really hard, because I know this can sound overwhelming, it's definitely a process. It's a process that Andrew and I have helped lots of gay men with, but it's something that can be done. And it's hard to do on your own. It really can be. But the good news is that you don't have to do it on your own. And that's why I wanted to share this video with you guys today and tell you that if anything that I said resonates with you, please type thriving down in the comments below. And Andrew or myself would be happy to reach out to you and tell you the process or the steps that we'll take to help you get out of that victim energy, to overcome that anger, and to start seeing the world as an opportunity, to start seeing being single as an opportunity to grow and meet someone instead of viewing it as something that's happened to you. Because your mindset makes all the difference, guys. And like I said before, if you're wanting to grow and to overcome this type of stuff, type thriving down in the comments below. And I would love to share more with you about how you can grow and overcome these blocks and break down these stories that are holding you back, because they're only stories. Each and every one of you deserves to be in a happy, thriving relationship like Andrew and I are. And I want to encourage you to step out, reach out of your comfort zone, and let us help you do the work. Darren says, I'm so excited for you. Another Darren says, thank you for sharing this. Andrew says, yes. Hope says, the realization that we all are in a process opens my heart to growth and love. Genuinely, those that are still in a process. Yes, it's all totally a process. Andrew typed thriving. Way to go, Andrew. Yeah, Julio says thriving. Awesome, man. Yeah, so if any of you who are watching this live or catching the replay later on feel like any of this has resonated with you, if you feel like you might be stuck, if you feel like it's really hard to overcome the blocks and obstacles that are in your way or that seem to be in your way, you know, type thriving down below. This is what Andrew and I do, and we would love to help you see the light and see that there is a way out of this dark place that you may be feeling like you're stuck in. And I feel like that's about all that I've got for today. I really appreciate you guys joining me and interacting with me through this process. Daniel says thriving. Awesome, man. Well, we'll be reaching out to you sometime later today, probably, or if you're catching the replay, sometime shortly after you see this. And really hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And just always remember that things can get better. You're never stuck with how things are, and your story can always be rewritten. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to coming back and joining you all again really soon. Love you guys.